Today we will start with the topic variation of conductivity and molar conductivity with concentration. Before that, we have to discuss about conductance and how it varies with different concentrations. Let us read the line that is written here. Electrolytic conductance decreases with increase in concentration, or it increases with increase in dilution. This sentence you read once more, that electrolytic conductance increases with increase in dilution. When we are talking about, suppose, copper sulfate, when we are talking about copper sulfate as a salt, it does not have the capacity to conduct, okay, because it is a solid substance. When we dissolve the copper sulfate with water, okay, when we dilute it, what happens? It will transform itself, or it will dissociate into copper ions and sulfate ions, and you know that these ions are responsible for conductance, for conducting electricity, right? So the more amount of copper ions produced, the more amount of conductance it will produce, okay? So when copper sulfate is less diluted, then the copper sulfate salt will be less dissociated. But when you will add more water, the copper sulfate salt will dissociate easily more. Then what will happen? It can more copper ions will be formed and more conductance you can observe. Is it clear now? So electrolytic conductance increases with increase in dilution. The more you will dilute, the more water you will add to the salt, the more ions will be produced, and those ions are responsible for the conductance of electricity. Is it clear? But when we talk about conductivity, the definition is, it is the conductance, it is a type of conductance of 1 centimeter cube of the solution. Now here it is specified, we are not talking about the whole electrolytic solution. Here we will talk about only a particular area, that is 1 centimeter cube of the solution. Okay, so there is a particular volume, we will talk about only 1 centimeter cube of a solution. Okay, so in this particular whenever we dilute it more, whenever water is added more, what happens? The ions will be present in the water, the ions will be far apart from each other. The more dilute you do, the more far apart the ions will go. In that case, when you will take this particular area, this particular 1 centimeter cube, you will find less number of ions as compared to the beaker where water is less, where dilution is less, and if you consider here, the ions will be more concentrated. But once you add water here, what will happen? The ions will present in the water, means it will be mixed up with more water, so the ions will be far apart. Because you know that when you will dissolve a copper sulfate salt in the water, you will take a certain amount of copper sulfate, right, and you will add some water. Suppose you are taking less water, then the copper ions will be near to each other, right? And when we are talking about 1 centimeter cube, you will find that more ions are present here. But if you fill the beaker with full water, what will happen? The ions will be far apart. In that case, at a particular point, you will get less number of ions. You can take the example as such that if your house is very small, okay, so not, let us take the example of house, let's take that one room is there and 100 people are there. They will be more concentrated, the density will be more in that one room, right? But if we give them 10 rooms, what will happen? If we give them 10 rooms, then in one room 10 will be present, and if we talk about one room, the density here will be less, only here 10 and here 100, right? In this case, means the more ions, the more conductivity will be present, because it is, conductivity is totally depend on the number of ions present in 1 centimeter cube. Is it clear? So this is the difference between conductance and conductivity. Okay, conductance means we are talking about the whole solution. To up to what extent you have diluted, that does not matter here, the whole beaker. But here we are considering only a particular volume of the beaker, that is 1 centimeter cube. That is why you will find less number of ions here. Okay, so whenever you will do more dilution, the ions will spread away from each other, will go away from each other, and in a particular area you will get less number of ions. Clear? Now we will discuss about molar conductivity, and as you can see I have already marked here lambda m equal to kappa into volume. So kappa was the conductivity and volume is the volume that contains 1 mole of the electrolyte. Suppose in a beaker, this is the electrolytic solution, okay, and in another beaker that same amount we will take, okay. So in this beaker what happens, you will get conductivity as well as volume, right? But whenever we increase the volume, whenever we will add more water, whenever we will dilute it, what will happen? Now the ions are far apart from each other because you know that the water has increased, okay, so the ions will be far apart from each other. Although the conductivity has decreased, you know, here already I have discussed here that whenever you will dilute it, no, conductivity will always decrease. This will decrease, right? But the volume, where if we have to find 1 mole of the electrolyte, you have to collect 1 mole of the electrolyte from the total volume. So it will not, it is not like this that the in this particular volume only you are getting the electrolyte. No, in this whole volume 1 mole of electrolyte is there, right? So the volume has also increased because you have diluted, and remember this volume is 1 mole, okay, the means the particular volume that has 1 mole of the ions. So you have to remember that this has the volume is increasing because you have diluted it. You have to search for the 1 mole in more amount of water now. Here initially it was concentrated, so you can find it easily 1 mole, okay. So I am talking it very practical so that you understand here. But now you see the volume has increased. So in order to find 1 mole of that ions, 1 mole of the electrolytic ions, you have to consider more volume because it is now spread here, right? Although that the conductivity is decreasing, volume is increasing appreciably. It is increasing much more than the conductivity that is decreasing. Therefore this is decreasing less, but this is increasing more. So your final product, that is your molar conductivity, will increase actually. So it is written here it increases with dilution. Is it clear? Now we will discuss about the variation of molar conductivity with concentration for strong and weak electrolytes. Before we proceed here, you have to know about the strong and weak electrolytes. Those electrolytes which can be dissociated with water easily are known as strong electrolytes, which is converting itself into ions easily are known as the strong electrolytes. And weak electrolytes means those are not ready to dissociate itself, not ready to break into ions. Those are known as the weak electrolytes. And regarding this strong and weak electrolytes, how the molar conductivity is varying with their concentration. So here we will study one by one. First we will study about the strong electrolytes, and weak electrolytes we will study in the next class because it is related to another topic known as the Colruy's equation. So we have to study it together. Now we will study about the strong electrolytes. So the topic here is molar conductivity increases slowly with dilution. So this was the same thing as defined for the molar conductivity of in general case for any electrolytes. Okay, how it is done, once more I would like to say here. Whenever you will increase the water content, whenever you will increase the dilution, the volume that has 1 mole of the ions will be more, because now your volume has increased. So you cannot find the 1 mole in here only, you have to search for the 1 mole in more amount of the water. Okay, so like that your volume is also increasing, but the decreasing effect of the conductivity of kappa is very less as compared that how much water you are adding. So ultimately this is less, this is very high, so ultimately this will be very high. Clear? Now you see here, you will get a point here. At infinite dilution means at extreme dilution you have added so much water that now the concentration of the electrolyte is almost zero. It is very hard to find the ions in the water now, so that is known as at infinite dilution. Okay, you cannot dilute it more than that. So what happens at molar conductivity at infinite dilution? It is the conductivity, it is the molar conductivity when the concentration is zero. So it is the molar conductivity of the ions when at infinite dilution you will get zero concentration. And how it is termed? Lambda m naught, or lambda, this is the sign for infinity, then m. Okay, so when at infinite dilution means when the concentration of the electrolyte is almost zero, it is means like water only. Now the electrolyte is almost made of water only, there is no any salt present there, you cannot find any ions now easily. And there is a general equation which is known as the Debye-Huckel-Onsager equation. Lambda m equal to lambda m naught minus a c to the power half. C is concentration and a is a constant term. So this is the equation in general, and it is known as the Debye-Huckel-Onsager equation. So next class we will discuss about the weak electrolytes, and we will study about a graph, and we will also study about infinite dilution related to the weak electrolytes.